You're not their type, and that's why you get left out. This is not talking about dating, this is talking about your body. What you find as your standard, as your sense of direction, it can be something that is irritating to other people, and that's why you will be ostracized and excluded from the group. A lot of times it will be something small, almost to the point of microaggression. However, this is really, it's very clear, and you should use it when it comes time to determining who and what you accept in your life and around you. Something simple, right? And I'm going to give this example because I want to show you just how small something you see can really paint a bigger picture. I was in a work environment, and at one point I felt like, we were all getting along, and for the most part, we really were. There was a little bit of tension here and there, but, you have a bad day or someone, is feeling sick. Of course, it's not going to always be sunshine and roses, right? So the overall vibe of the workplace was, it was okay. But I started to notice something as time went on. When it came time to setting up events or outings or, just kind of the point of a group conversation, a lot of the times I was left out. And it kind of hurt my feelings at first, especially when I was younger, because I didn't understand, you want to be liked by everyone. And this is the thing, if you are liked by everyone, there is something wrong inherently. You have to be cautious and wary of the person who is liked by everyone, because the person who is liked by everyone most likely is someone who plays both sides of the fence, okay? It's always the person who is very strong and firm in what they believe and who they are that has a lot of difficulty when it comes to finding a community or finding, a sense of friendship or a sense of belonging. And that's okay. I've talked about that in a lot of other videos before, and I'll be talking about that in a couple videos coming out. It's something that I always want to talk to you diamonds about, specifically because if you are a main character and you are a diamond and you're part of this channel, you have experienced it, or when you continue to elevate yourself and progress, you are going to experience it. So I want to talk to you about this and help you get your mindset right so that if it happens, when it happens, you know how to move forward, okay? So the whole point of this, in this work environment, I was left out, and there was this one specific instance, and this is so funny because I actually love Starbucks. Like, this is so silly, but I'm a big Starbucks girl, and there was an order, the infamous order, and when I get Starbucks, it's, I'm not drinking a drink that's a dessert. I don't even think that you should make yourself like view that as a treat. That is something else, right? If you are someone who values your weight and values your appearance and values your aesthetic, having a treat and it being 1,000+ calories is absolutely insane, and that should not be normal for you at any point in your life, right? I'm just gonna say that. If you really love yourself and you want to treat yourself, stuffing yourself with garbage is not a treat, okay? And don't believe that it is. So the infamous order, I was left out of this order, and like I said, this happened when I was younger, so it really hurt my feelings. And it wasn't until I got older and I realized, well, this was specifically about a drink in this moment. If I was able to recognize what was happening, one, I would not have had such hurt feelings, and two, I would have saved myself from a lot of heartache as a result of trying to fit into a group or an environment that I wasn't meant to be a part of to begin with, right? So I wasn't their type, okay? That's okay. That's okay, okay? This order, everyone had planned to, get their drink for Friday, and they did, and they left me out. The whole point of this infamous order, I was the slimmer one in this group. Everyone else had about 10 to 40 pounds on, like, not necessarily on me, but beyond what they should have been. So everyone was essentially overweight and out of shape. They ordered a bunch of crap. When I'm talking about just like all this caramel and chocolate and crunch and whipped cream and double foam and all this and that. And I'm like, wait, I thought because at one point we were all kind of bonding over trying to do a little weight loss challenge. And I was so excited about this. And initially, everyone else was. I continued on it and they didn't. And, in hindsight, I realized it does not matter who you speak with and how, I guess, passionate it might seem when you are both starting something, right? You're starting a goal, you're starting a mission. It does not matter how passionate it might seem if you're the only one who truly values it and has the intention to continue to progress with it, right? Because once I started this and they didn't, I saw progress, they didn't, the divide became much more apparent. Okay. So I'm bringing up the infamous Starbucks order, not because we're focusing on a drink or a little order run. That's not the point of it. The whole point is to paint the picture so you see in a grand scheme of things. You have to realize sometimes when you are left out of a group, you need to put all of the focus and energy into yourself, into your health, into your diet, into your appearance. As many people try to convince you that caring so much about your looks is vain or superficial. Okay, well, if I don't care about my looks, who is? And if I don't care about my health, who is? Right? These are all genuine and valid questions. And you have to realize the group of people or the environment that don't allow you to really be yourself, think about yourself, put yourself first, that's not the environment you want to be in. And there will be moments where you will experience moments of loneliness or, you will yearn for that community. Don't go searching for it because that's when you will get hurt. That is the moment where you are the most vulnerable and you open yourself up to all types of demons and monsters that come in. They see your weakness and they take advantage of that moment. If you really need a community, I have the perfect community. We have the Skinny Series Discord community. I will add the link into the description. Join that. That's where we're talking about our goals. That's where we're talking about our appearance. That's where we're talking about our lifestyle management. That's where we're talking about everything you would want to focus on to improve yourself. I have some diamonds who are in school, some diamonds who are focusing on starting businesses, some diamonds who are focusing on losing weight, whatever the case may be. It's a completely free environment. Just join the link and let that be your community. But as far as searching out into the world and trying to find people and making yourself shrink into a box where you're not even supposed to be in, don't do that. That is the number one way to guarantee heartbreak, guarantee heartache, and guarantee it almost causes a delay in your life when you are forcing yourself into an environment that you genuinely don't belong in. So just say you're someone who likes to drink juices, right? This happened to me at one point in life. I'm still a big juicer. I love juicing, but one of my I thought at the time was going to be a friend. It was just someone I was just striking a conversation up with now and then. But I realized every time I would try to drink a juice, she would make a point of reference and say, oh, well, juicing has all this sugar and it's not good for you. Mind you, you're eating candy bars for fun. Like that has sugar, but we don't bat an eye at that, right? But imagine if I tried so hard to be accepted and liked by this one person who I can't even remember her name right now if I wanted to. I can't even think about this girl. Imagine if I gave into the candy bar path she's on, right? That doesn't really help you. That doesn't help you. It's okay if you're not their type. It's okay if you're not someone's cup of tea because you might be someone's shot of wheatgrass. Like you don't need to be liked and accepted by everybody. And honestly, as the main character in the diamond, the approval and validation from other people should be the furthest thing from your mind. Like you need to have the mindset of, I genuinely don't care who you are, what you have, and what you do. If I like me, how you perceive me has no concern. It has no validity. It has no sense of bearing. That is the mindset you need to have. Who cares what someone thinks of you? Who cares what group you're not invited in? Who cares? Like genuinely, who cares? I like me. I don't care what you think. I don't even care if you call me. I don't care if you text me. I don't care who you are. You're never going to shake me and make me move left or right. That's the mindset you need to have. Okay. So if you're someone who has been left out, you feel like you have been left behind and you have been pushed aside, okay. Are you still staying on track? Are you still eating healthy? Are you still focusing on losing weight? Are you still maintaining your weight? Are you still learning new skills and hobbies to launch a business? Are you going to school? Are you doing something to better yourself? If you're doing that, who cares what anyone else says or thinks? Maybe you're not their type. Okay. Like I saw this post, it was the funniest thing. And it said, sometimes you don't get invited to the party because you don't do Coke. Yeah. Well, sometimes you don't get invited because you are better than that environment. And that's okay. That's okay. And even if you are, and a lot of times, this is what happens. This happened to me. This happened to a lot of people that I know who've elevated themselves beyond where they were in life. Your mind will get to a place faster than your body will, right? So if you decide you're going to wake up and start, you're going to start a business, your mind is going to do that first. You might not have the funds, the finances, you might not have the resources, the connections, or the know how to do it immediately. However, your mind is in that place first. So that really trickles down into every other area of your life, right? If you decide you want to lose weight, your mind is going to focus on that first. So why do I bring this up? Okay, I'm going to give you one more word of encouragement before I go. If your mind has arrived to a goal or a place, yet your life has not yet, that's okay. But continue to get there so that your body, your physical reality aligns with your mind. There is nothing more heartbreaking and I guess depressing than knowing you're supposed to be somewhere and you're not doing anything to get there. Knowing you're supposed to be a business owner, but you're not doing anything to get there. That is where depression will come in. You need to make sure that your mind is bringing you into the reality you want to be in. I love you, diamonds, and I just want you to continue to progress and understand that although you may not have fit in over there, you fit in here. I love you, diamonds, and if you want any of the links to the Discord or the website, it is in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.